Wrapped underneath that root, so the root's gotta come
we're
out.
transplanting shrubs here, and like so, you always hit roots and blocks of concrete. The best part of transplanting shrubs from that bed over to this bed. Yeah. Can you just pry it out?
So well, it's trapped underneath the root.
Oh, it's trapped under the root. So we got a block of concrete
through the root to get to the block of concrete.
I see. It's a treasure chest. Let's get it.
Alright, I got that side out. Pry that bitch out.
Come on. I need that big thing. It's like that huge nail. Have you seen that? I'm getting that next time I go to Harbor Freight. It's a big pry bar.
Alright, I think it's
I gotta go to town on this. This is fun.
I think I found the end of it.
Alright, so we just transplanted this dogwood and these two yew shrubs from that bed to this bed. And when you transplant shrubs, you want the collar of the shrub to be above the soil line. So you don't want to bury it, but you don't want it too high up. So here's the root system, here's the soil line. The collar is about an inch above so it can breathe, so it doesn't get waterlogged. It'll die when you transplant something. And also you want to fertilize it. We'll put Mike's transplant solution in it to help stop shock. In times like this, the spring, it's good. Stuff will go into shock in a dry season or the middle of the summer, but if it's spring or fall, it's the best time to transplant. So we got a nice straight line here. We're packing all the soil back in. I was going to go get compost, but this soil is so rich because they had a compost pile here. They're putting leaves and stuff here, and the soil is beautiful. So we're just gonna keep that, put it all in, pack it all back in, really, really firm, and then we're gonna soak it and saturate it in water, and they'll take fine. They'll be fine. So, and this looks a lot better. Back to you, David Crockett. Wrapping up the day. One guy's handing me all the tools in the trailer, and I'm putting them all away. Nice and organized in the trailer. Put them all away. All the night and all the day. I was tempted to leave the trailer on the job because we've got to come back tomorrow and do touch-ups, but screw that. I want to talk about using leverage in your business to get more done. If you're swamped and you're struggling and scrambling to get everything done yourself and you're overwhelmed and you're just working your ass off, dripping in sweat, and you say you got an employee or you got 2 employees, you're doing it by yourself, you got to run your ass off because you're the guy doing everything. But if you got somebody or people working for you, you have to, or say you're even a foreman on a landscape crew, you got to use leverage. Like if you see a hole isn't dug right, or a shrub isn't trimmed right, or weeds aren't pulled in a certain area, or maybe you're cutting grass and you see that that thing wasn't blown off right. If the guy with the backpack blower, you know where I'm going with this, didn't blow it off, hands off. Hey man, you missed that. Get the backpack blower out again and go re-blow that area again. And if they go, it doesn't matter what their reaction is. It's that you have to hold them accountable. Don't do it. Don't do it. Refrain from doing it. And they say, oh, it's fine. They're not in a position to argue with you. This has nothing to do with my business, just stuff I've learned over the years. And it takes a long time to get strong in this area, but once you get it, you kind of got it. If they don't blow the edges out and the cracks real nice and clean out there, they feel like if you're very cut and dry about it, boom, that's the way it is. But if you kind of do it like sometimes you do it, but then sometimes you don't, and you're real wishy-washy, it'll drive your employees insane, and they'll start having no sense of boundary, no sense of rules, and the rules are always changing. What the hell? Yo, what's up? Hey, I'm in the bathroom at lunch break right now. We're landscaping, but check this out. I decided to, tuck my shirt in, tighten my belt, and then button up the top button on my work shirt. And I go and look in the mirror at myself, and I'm like, oh, I look pretty professional. I actually look like a business owner. Versus, watch this. Dude, I'm doing this from now on. This is a totally different image and perception. Now look at this. Look at that. Shirt untucked, unbuttoned, kind of like that. And I look like just a worker dude. But you get what I'm saying? Aha. Like, it's perfect common sense, right? I always think that. But you don't, it's no big deal, whatever. You don't think about it. But now it just hit me in this very moment, in a very deep, profound way, that now it is, I'm not gonna, my shirts, if you see me with my shirt untucked in my videos, leave me a message saying, shirt's untucked. But then I gotta stop cussing and till infinitum. Fuck that. Alright, cool. Hey, what's up? We're finishing up a landscape job right now, and I want to share something with you that's real vulnerable for me to talk about. So I want to admit something, and it's not something you'll hear probably in any grown man talk about, because it's very here goes. There's a duality inside of us that is, it's fascinating to me. And here's what it is. If you're making good money and everything is going right, you're happy as a hog and shit. The sun is shining on your life, you feel great, and you feel unstoppable, and you think about the future as being so bright you need a pair of sunglasses, right? And that's all happening in real time while you're on the job. You're like, yes, man, I got it, man, I got it, I got it. But for some odd reason, this duality happens, and it happens inside of me. And dude, that's why I love doing this, because I don't hear anybody else talking about this stuff. Nobody has the balls. In my whole life, I don't hear anybody talking about the shit I talk about. So I'm going on the internet in front of thousands of people, in front of you and to you, and talking about this stuff. When shit's not going right, and you're losing money on a job, or it's taking longer than you thought, or maybe a piece of equipment's breaking down, or something's, it's, you know, like playing Tetris on level 50. For some reason, it's hardwired to my emotions, where in those moments, I'm like, it's a personal self-mastery coach Rob. He says it's called getting caught up in the swirl. You get caught up in the swirl where you're like, you go into anxiety and fear. You start falling, oh my God, how am I ever gonna make it? I'm trying my best. What the fuck, oh my God. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna leave my whole family and just run away and live in the woods. I'm trying my hardest, but it's not working. And you start looking at your whole life as like doom and gloom, and you're going through the suffering nightmare of toil in real time, and it's really happening in your emotions. It's like, it's happening inside of you, and then you're manifesting it, and all you can see is that your life is a living hell. But then you get the job done. I've got it. I make sure no one hears me. Before I say this, I want to say I've got literally hundreds of you guys inboxing me all the time and Facebook messaging me and saying, dude, I feel the same way, I'm going through the same stuff. What if we're all bipolar? Is that what bipolar is? Is it the ooh, that's tough to talk about. The reverse, the polarity shifts too hard in either direction, where you're emotionally attached, where when shit's not working out, you feel like you're in like death. But when it's working out, you're elated and overly happy. Because I know some people that are completely even keel all the time. Just even keel. Why does it go like this? Sometimes you are even keel, but other times you're in this. But if you track it back logically, you can find out exactly why you're feeling that way about that thing. It's all tied to money. That's what it is. Because the system and civilization that we live in has money and nature don't mix. We created this monster, and now we're living it. It's like the Matrix, bro. Alright, I gotta get back to work, man. They're waiting by the truck. Alright.